Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Monday, March 7th, 2016. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Vance Amory, today visited the site of Tamarind Cove, Nevis. The tourism development project, on completion, is expected to be comprised of the residents at Tamarind Cove, what will be an exclusive retreat with full-service hotel amenities, including a yacht club with lounge, pool, restaurant, and members-only casino, and the Tamarind Cove Marina Development, a 100-plus slip marina at Catesby. The Premier toured the site, chaperoned by developer Gregory Hartman.
This morning we've come after a meeting with Ms. Barbara Hartman of Hartman and Associates related to Tamarind Cove development on Friday, and we thought we'd come today to follow up, to have a look at what is happening and to see how we can, by discussing on site with the developers, how we can get this project moving forward. I think we have had a reasonably good discussion. I think we are looking at doing one or two things which would enable the developers to move forward, and also to get rid of this suggestion that the government somehow is putting obstructions in the way of the project. I feel that we have at least the beginning of a way forward so that we can get things moving.
The Premier was accompanied by Cabinet Secretary Stedman Truss and Permanent Secretary in the Premier's Ministry, Wakely Daniel. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force has recovered a sixth illegal firearm for 2016. The seizure was a result of an investigation into an altercation that resulted in the use of the firearm. The altercation occurred about 9 p.m. Friday, March 4th, in the vicinity of the Octagon Bar in Charlestown. One person not involved in the altercation was injured. Increased presence of officers in Charlestown resulted in the quick apprehension of the suspect Lawton Forbes, who was making his escape in the Ramsbury area, and the discovery on his person of a 45mm pistol and matching rounds of ammunition. The investigation is ongoing. With the fuel surcharge of electricity reduced to 17 cents per kilowatt hour for commercial users, down 63% from the original 47 cents, Senior Minister and Minister of Public Utilities, the Honourable Alexis Jeffers, is appealing to businesses to, in turn, pass on the savings to their customers. According to Minister Jeffers, in an address to make the announcement on Friday, the reduction came in effect on March 1st.
The government is well aware that when electricity prices were high, those higher costs were passed on to your customers. As your businesses are now the beneficiary of substantial reductions in your cost of electricity, and as this government has continued to demonstrate genuine partnership with you, we ask that you follow NEVLEC's lead and grant relief to your customers in terms of lower prices. As operating costs fall, we also call on the business community to expand their operations and seek to assist by employing additional persons so as to make the Nevis economy as robust as possible.
The worldwide decline in fuel prices, Minister Jeffers noted, has helped the Nevis Electricity Company Limited NEVLEC to support the lower cost of electricity offered to the Nevisian consumer.
I was very proud that the very first major policy initiative announced by the new CCM-led administration was to fulfill a campaign commitment made to the people of Nevis by immediately reducing the fuel surcharge by 25%. This policy initiative brought immediate relief to the electricity consumers, ensuring that they paid less for electricity and therefore had more monies in their pockets for spending on other necessities. I wish to make it clear that this 25% reduction in the fuel surcharge granted to the people of Nevis in 2013 by the government came at a substantial cost to NEVLEC and the public purse. The cost of this 25% reduction in fuel surcharge came to EC $1,784,060 for 2013. In 2014, $2,157,708 and EC $1,025,941 in 2015. The global cost then over the past 3-year period has been EC $4,967,709.
According to Minister Jeffers, consumers are expected to see the reduction in their electricity cost by the next billing cycle towards the middle of March 2016. Still to come.
We at the Ministry of Social Development, Social Services Department, Gender Affairs Division are joining the rest of the world in celebrating our women.
The details after this break.
The second Nevis Blues Festival runs April 14th to 16th. Enjoy 3 nights of the best in blues, soul, and rock right on the beach at Owali Bay with international artists from the USA, the UK, Ireland, and the Netherlands. The Nevis Blues Festival is the Caribbean's most exciting new music festival. See you there.
Time of year that we celebrate. Everybody feeling so irate. No other festival is so great.
I can sext to my boyfriend and no one will know.
People tend to share photos, so beware of sending naked photos of yourself to anyone.
But everyone is doing it.
Not everyone is having sex. The majority of teens are not.
What my mother doesn't know won't hurt her.
Your decision to have sex will affect your life more than your parents.
I should have used the condom last night.
Use a condom every time you have sex to protect yourself.
If my friends find out that I'm a virgin, they will laugh.
True friends do not laugh about you being a virgin. Abstaining is the best way to protect yourself. You matter to your family, to your friends, to your community, to you. Remember, you matter.
Welcome back. This week, Nevis is joining the worldwide observance of International Women's Day. March 8th is observed annually as International Women's Day, an occasion to celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The Gender Affairs Division commenced its observance of International Women's Day yesterday with worship at the Taylor's Memorial Wesleyan Holiness Church in Charlestown, and the activities will continue tomorrow. Lorraine Archibald is the coordinator at the Gender Affairs Division.
We value the contribution our women have made towards Nevis. On the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day, we will also have a radio address by the Honorable Hazel Brandel Williams. And on the 12th of March, we will be honoring our women.
The activities center on the international theme, Pledge for Parity, a call to help women and girls achieve their ambitions, a call for gender-balanced leadership, respect and value difference, develop more inclusive and flexible cultures, or root out workplace bias. In light of this, tomorrow, Tuesday, March 8th, the Gender Affairs Division will also launch its NOW program.
The NOW program is an acronym for Non-Traditional Occupations for Women. And a non-traditional occupation is one in which women would take up 25% or less of that particular job area. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to create an atmosphere, an environment where women can feel more comfortable breaking these cultural barriers that exist into particular areas. Not just for the sake of saying that, well, a woman can be a tiler or can be a videographer or some area, but what we want to really do is to help women align their talents, their skills, their likes with a particular career without fear that, well, this is not something that women traditionally do. Some of the non-traditional areas include things like being a truck driver, a construction worker, home appliance repairs, engineer maintenance, and the such like.
Counselor at the Gender Affairs Division, Wayne Maynard. Chair of the 2016 History and Heritage Committee, Nicole Lawrence, recently outlined the benefits of becoming a member of the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. She was addressed in the audience at Evening with the Arts, one of the activities to celebrate History and Heritage Month, and held at the St. Paul's Anglican Church on February 28th. The theme was strengthening our commitment through preserving our heritage, our arts, archives, and marine environment.
We expose our youth. We expose our young people to all the creative things that are happening around them, all the history that is in Nevis, all the music, the art, what is in the archives, all these things. And when they join the NHCS, that's what they're exposed to. Not only going to the museum and just getting the information for the SBAs, but actually digesting and wanting to be a part of that heritage.
Lawrence also implored persons to become a part of the NHCS.
We want you to encourage your nieces, your nephews, your children, your grandchildren to be a part of the NHCS and its mission, which is to promote and facilitate effective management of the historical, cultural, and natural resources of the island of Nevis for the benefit of all its people.
The evening featured various cultural presentations, and awards were presented to persons who have made contributions in the areas of archive preservation, marine environment, and the arts. The 22nd Annual Agriculture Open Day is less than 2 weeks away, and the Ministry of Agriculture is encouraging persons to take part in its annual Booth Operators Competition. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture is Eric Evelyn.
We are organizing competitions for the booths, and particularly for the vegetable farmers, the agro-processors, as well as the ornamentalists. We have organized the competition for the past 2 years, and I must say that it has gone pretty well.
Evelyn is also imploring booth owners to be more creative with their displays.
That the persons who normally win quite easily, and we want the other persons who are taking part to kindly put out a little bit more effort, try to be a bit more creative. Of course, when persons visit the open day, we want persons to see quality, we want persons to see creativity, and normally you can attract a lot more persons to your booth, and once you attract more persons to your booth, it means more sales for you, more money in your pocket, and you attract more persons by the way you have your booth organized, by the way it is arranged, by the way it's decorated. And we normally tell the booth owners that you do not have to go out of the way to spend any extra money. You can use what you have in terms of your vegetables, your agro-processed items, and your plants to do creative ways to arrange your stuff. And by doing that, they could be more attractive. The booth can be more attractive, meaning more persons coming to your booth and more money in your pocket.
Evelyn also invites the public to attend the annual Agriculture Open Day, which is scheduled to take place on March 18th and 19th, 2016 at the Villa Grounds in Charlestown. The theme for this year's Agriculture Open Day is Adapting to Climate Change to Achieve Greater Food Security. And that brings us to the end of tonight's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.